Hello and welcome back. In this section, we are going to be working on what we call comments in PHP. What do we mean by that? How do we put comments? How do we use the comment on our PHP file? Now, before I show you how to use the comment, I'm going to be briefly explaining what this comment is all about. Now, for instance, as a developer, you're writing a particular application, and you have written over 100 to 200 lines of code. And obviously, when you're writing those code, you have functions that you are declaring. You're declaring functions, you're writing programs, you're putting tags and everything, and you have those compiled in those files. And after doing that, even when doing that, when writing and compiling the code, it gets to a point whereby you begin to forget the exact functions and programs you've written in a particular line of code, or in such a way that maybe you've compiled and written your program, then in 2 3 months you come back to it and you tend to continue from where you stop, or maybe another developer or programmer want to pick up from where you stopped. This is where the usefulness of comments comes in, because a code that's not well is not well described, is not well explained, will confuse you after some time coming back to that code to confuse you, and it will confuse maybe another developer that's trying to work on that code. Now let's go to our Visual Studio Code and then we practicalize what I'm explaining to you right now. Now let's come down here. Now I'm going to open a new file for this. So we have comment.php. Okay, so I'm just going to put this our shift and exclamation, which is the one key, and enter. We have HTML declarations. Now I'm going to show you how to place a comment on our PHP files. We have two types of comment. We have a single line comment and we have a multiple line comment. Now let's put our syntax right there. PHP syntax is very important. You do that before anything. Now I'm going to declare a variable. Alright, so we have name, we have hello students, put a semicolon at the end. Now what I have here is just a variable, so I'm just going to show you what this comment is all about. So I'm going to comment at the top of this. Okay, so how do we achieve that? We have two double forward slash. Okay, so that's a single line comment. So I'm just going to put something related to what we have there. So this is the name variable. Okay, now we have successfully created a single line comment. Now obviously this has given me a good explanation of what is happening on the variable. Okay, so it's just the name of the variable that I commented right here. Now we have this multiple line comment also. Now how do we achieve that? Now we started up with a forward slash. Okay, then we have an asterisk. Okay, now this is the opening of the comment. That's the opening comment. That's the opening, and if you don't close it, if you don't close this particular opening comment, all right, if you don't close it, is the remaining syntax and programs that we have below it will be comments. The comments will affect every one of them. Okay, so we have to close it with a asterisk and the forward slash also. Now we can now bring this down, and anything you have written down, this is a multiple line comments. So anything you have written there, you know, is also working as is also commented. That's just it. All right. And another thing you need to know before I end this lecture is that you can also comment the function, you can comment your programs, you can comment your code, and when you do that, it stops it from reflecting on the browser. So firstly, let's go to the browser and let's work on, so we have dynamic, remove what we have there, so comment.php. Okay, so this is the comment.php. Okay, we don't have this, so let's just echo name, echo the variable name. All right, so this brings out output the hello student. Now for we to comment on this, so we just put a forward slash at the front of that code. Okay, then we come down neat here and we try to reload the page, and you see that this undefined variable. Okay, why is it showing us undefined variable? Because we have actually shut down and commented the variable that we have here. So if we do that the same, if we do the same here and put the forward slash, it also nums it. So the variable is no longer existent. So nothing actually comes out. Even though we check the source page, okay, it never shows you anything. It doesn't give you anything because the comments, it totally nums every program that we have there. So that's just it about the comments that we have. That's how to use the comment in PHP. So we have a multiple line comment and we have the single line comment, and I have obviously showed you how to use the comment on PHP. All right, thank you for your time. We'll see you in our next session. Bye for now.